Surveilling employees is so unethical. I just found electronic monitoring software on my work computer. Funny thing is that I live in a state where you have to consent to this in writing and it has to be displayed in the office. I've been at this company for 6 months. And not one time did I come across any kind of notice or consent form. I've never had a reason to be concerned about this because I am productive. However, upon researching the software, it boasts that it has the capability to assess if an employee has financial issues. Excuse me? Not only is my company illegally tracking my screen and keystrokes, which can include my password and other private information, they are collecting personal information on me to assess my financial stability. I connect via VPN at home through a company program. Makes me wonder what else they have access to on my home network. Clearly ignorant here, but it worries me. They wonder why we have poor morale. They don't trust us, and the use of this technology is such an invasion of privacy. Not to mention illegal in my state without my consent or acknowledgement. While I can understand wanting to ensure your employees are productive, coupled with micromanagers and the micromanagement of timesheets in the consulting industry, these conditions are terrible. It's not even worth bringing it up because it'll appear suspicious that I even care. It's just the principle though. IT guy here. Your work computer is strictly for work-related things. Yes, we have the ability to track. Technically we are logging everything. But do what we do. Run 2 computers side by side if you want. You do not work things. Like check your bank account or watch YouTube. Most of the tracking software is not malevolent, it's mostly endpoint management, aka we are trying to stop people from downloading more RAM. The key logger is how people that know nothing are trying to make sure their employees aren't slacking off, which are the same people that interrupt me while I'm sipping coffee and staring into the void trying to visualize a solution, and the come bargain in and blow my concentration. I hate management. How did you find it? If your company has their stuff in order, you signed paperwork at hire acknowledging that this was the situation regarding all electronic work equipment. Always assume there is an e-trail even if there wasn't an acknowledgement. As mentioned by another IT source earlier, the software provides the ability to track. But if you keep your nose clean, no one is watching. Usually the tracking comes into play if you aren't performing up to par, piss the wrong person off, or if you do something majorly wrong, prompting a review of your activity. Source: worked in fintech and legal compliance for way too long. My work tracks us with radios, and they have safety features that allow management to know exactly where you are at all times. On top of that, if you connect to their Wi-Fi, they can see everything you do. Browsing Reddit, etc. Lol. Hub staff is fairly common, although for the managers in my company at least the screenshots are turned off, but not for the contractors. The paper you signed was most likely in the new hire paperwork that you're told just sign in. Hardly anyone reads. Also, I'm not sure that the financial issues means what you think it means, but I could be wrong. It's probably part of your acceptable use policy. I've written several of them, and it's basically a lot of, we can monitor your work-issued devices. Blah blah blah, that covers this sort of thing. It's part of their technology policy. They own the computer, and as long as they are not spying on your camera or microphone without you knowing, it's not illegal. As an IT admin, I can see everything on your PC. I manage IT for the company I work for. I designed, installed, and admin the entire network. I refuse to download and install spyware on OutSystems. It was a battle with the owners. But I will be damned if I enable corporate nonsense. I've even trained employees how to hide their activities. And since I'm the only one with access to any logs, well, they're safe. As long as I like them. Nice thing is, they can't fire me. There's no documentation whatsoever for them to maintain the network. One little thing fails and I'm not around. Their feed. Because of this, I get paid an hour's wage. If they call me outside of work hours, they tend not to call unless it's big. Job security, as well as guaranteed raises or else. I got fired as a result of calling my boss out on it. I was your general manager, I ran your business. Well, I was so tired of being micromanaged, all it did was push me closer to the door and made me stop caring. If you want to cause a problem, problems will follow. On work computer is okay. It's their property, don't use that for personal stuff. Mine has a message come up when I log on. I'm sure your company notified you as well. Sorry, on whose work computer? I never use a company computer for personal things, much less banking. The company does not need to know my financial situation, and I will not volunteer or provide any. I don't care to do anything else but work on this machine. To me it's like a broom I wipe the floor with. But that's all. Under no circumstance will I install software on my personal computer or my own smartphone that can be used to monitor my activity. It is precisely nobody's business. But if you didn't do anything wrong, you've got nothing to hide. No, I don't decide what doing nothing wrong means. Somebody else does that. Not from things I did on my personal computer though. First, how do you know this is a company-installed surveillance device? This could be installed by a third party trying to steal from the company. Or from you. Most corporate surveillance is not done at the end-user level where it can be easily seen. It's done in the server where users have no access. You better show this device to your IT department right now. It sounds like criminal activity. Second, if you're given company equipment, the company should be allowed to monitor its use. Never use a company IT asset for your own personal business. Especially banking, email and social media. You're opening yourself up to unauthorized access to your accounts by your company or individuals in the IT department, and hoping they have the moral fortitude not to abuse this access, which is a huge gamble. Legal paperwork or not, you're opening your wallet and password file for anyone in the company to access. Potentially contact a lawyer if it is in fact illegal like you claim. You might be able to get a big settlement. What's the name of the software you found?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.